How's it going, everybody? This is Noah Mbelli, eBay user ID. Today I have for auction is a Sony PlayStation 3 backwards compatible 60 gigabyte console. It's gonna be a bundle, so I'm gonna be including a controller, the charger wire, all that stuff that usually comes along with it, and maybe even toss in a game or two. So this is a very rare find because it is the backwards compatible model, and because I did install my PlayStation 3 fan module into it. As seen in a couple other videos that I've made on my listings, and from the pictures and the last picture in this auction, you should be able to get a pretty decent idea of how the module works. Basically, the top of it, there's a round kind of knob thing that you turn to the left or to the right to increase or decrease your default fan speed. And what I have it set at right now is adequate enough to cool it and at the same time maintain a reasonable noise level within the console itself. Now, you are welcome to adjust the fan speed to your liking, but I do not recommend doing so if you do not know what you're doing, because you could potentially damage the console, and I don't recommend doing that because there's no, I mean, once you open it up, that's completely on you if you damage it. So just to be safe, don't touch it, and if you do want to touch it and you need like a walkthrough, please contact me. I can't stress this enough. Please contact me before you do it. That way I can walk you through it, so that way no damage does occur when you decide to turn it up or turn it down. But based on this video, you should think that it's at a reasonable speed. It does. Now, what I did was I was able to remove the warranty seal and then put it back exactly as it is. As you can see here, it's in mint condition. The top cover does not slide off, so that's good also. And this is a 60 gigabyte hard drive it has inside of it, so that's also good. So there's that. What else? Oh, the serial number, just before I start up the console for you guys to see. The serial number here is, not sure if it'll focus in, but yeah, there it goes. CE12802-5152-CECHA01. Now, these kind of model consoles are the rare backwards compatible type, which are, becoming increasingly more and more sought after because they were discontinued after their initial release launch, because they do have the ability to play PlayStation 1 and 2 formats when the newer consoles do not. So there's that. Now, the reason they did this was Sony wants to make more money, so that's the main reason behind it is more money, obviously. But let me just get started and start the console up. That way you guys can see it in action and everything else. Alright, so here we go. Sorry about the focus. I'm not sure why it's not focusing in very well. So it is working. It is on, as you can see here on the TV screen. Alright, the controller. It will come with a Sony Dual Shock 3 wireless 6-axis controller, so it does have that rumble feature when you're playing a game. I'm just going through the initial setup here so that way you guys can see it in action, Skip the internet part, but you do have the option to do wireless, which is also nice. I'm just going to go through it and show you that the Blu-ray functionality does work, and show you the system specs here. So it is a 60 gigabyte console reading at 55 gigabytes. It is on the latest version of firmware, so you can go online and play Netflix with it. Again, you can, obviously the wireless controller feature does work, as you can see. Right. Alright. So I'm just going to pop in a Blu-ray real quick, that way you guys can see it in action and that the Blu-ray player is completely functional. grab one of my favorites here. Can't wait to see the new Die Hard. Alright, so popping that in. Should pop right on once it detects it. Yep. Now, as you can hear from the console itself, the fan is running at a reasonable speed, but you are welcome, like I said, to increase or decrease it. But I do not recommend that you go too low, because that will inevitably give you some heating issues, which I want to avoid for you. That way you have a long-lasting, backwards compatible, rare console that everyone these days is after. The only thing I can't stress enough is to get one of these as soon as you can, because they're going to become increasingly rare over time, because they were only made for a certain amount of time and only a certain number of them were produced at that time. So you know, to keep that play, it's basically PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 all in one. So I mean, that's why it's so great. And it has the card readers, which is also nice, so you can easily put pictures on there with all the different formats that they have. Now, I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, you know, Sony and their tactics, but they designed their consoles to have problems down the line, basically overheating. That way you would come to them to have it repaired. But in this case, I was proactive about it, and I put in my fan module. I replaced the Sony low quality thermal compound with Arctic Silver 5, and it's dropped the temperatures about 20 degrees Fahrenheit just by putting the fan module up just a tiny bit and having that thermal compound. So that way there's better heat dissipation taking place while the console is functioning. So here we go. As far as the Blu-ray, obviously it works great. Now again, this console has never had any issues or anything like that. It's 100% functional inside and out. The card readers work, the Blu-ray works, DVD works, PlayStation 2 formats work, PlayStation 1 formats work. And I mean, like I said, I put my own addition, the PlayStation 3 fan module, my invention, which will, I mean, everyone that has bought one of these modules, and you can look at my feedback on this, everybody has been completely satisfied with it. So there's I mean, you can't beat that. And it's only $14.99 if you decide you don't want to purchase the console and you already have a console at home that you'd like to, you know, last longer. You can always just go and look at my other listings, and I have plenty for sale, and I also do bulk. So if you want to get, you know, if you repair consoles or something like that, you're welcome to contact me and make me an offer on a bulk pricing. All right, so there's that. So as you can see, everything inside and out is completely functional. It will come with, like I said, a backwards compatible controller. A PlayStation 3 DualShock 3 6-axis controller. It's the kind that rumble in your hand when you're playing, like that, you know. It shakes, which is cool. And you can go on Wi-Fi. You can connect wireless or wired. It's completely up to you. You can use HDMI or AV output. I will be including an AV wire with this auction. That way you have something, but I recommend to use HDMI if you have an HD TV. Combined with that and having the Blu-ray functionality, it's unreal. It's basically, it's the best I mean, clear experience you'll have with your TV and PlayStation console. Now, the console itself does have a couple of tiny scuff marks. There's like one right here, very small scuff mark, not very noticeable unless you're actually looking for it. But other than that, the console itself, as you can see, has been very well maintained, and there's not really any marks on it. I will be taking detailed pictures of it so that you can see it more close up and higher resolution, but that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to private message me, and I also will be able to give a discount to those who are willing or would like to purchase outside of eBay. That way I can save on eBay fees. Last thing about the console, it does have 4 USB ports. Every backwards compatible model has 4 USB ports, so just keep that in mind when you guys are searching on eBay. Even if this isn't a listing that you like, or if you're looking for something more, I recommend that if you're looking for a backwards compatible model, to look for a PlayStation 3 with 4 USB ports, because that will be a backwards compatible model. Anything with 2 is not backwards compatible. It's that simple. So again, this is Noah M. Belli, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to your bidding. Thank you.